Hi there, my friends out here in the Philippines. It does look like Typhoon Kammuri, locally known as Tisoy, now nearing landfall here as we go ahead into your Monday afternoon. This is pretty much right on track of what we were expecting. Rapid intensification just over the past few hours, that eye really continuing to develop. In fact, if we take a look at radar, you can now see that inner eye wall already impacting northern areas of Samar, extending back towards the west. Legazpi definitely going to be impacted there. Actually, I expect that eye wall to really move right over that city and then eventually pulling back here towards the northwest. But all of Bicol really going to be hit by this storm system as it pushes through. In fact, this is a video from northern Samar. I've been sharing it around Facebook here as well. You can go ahead and check out Pacific Typhoon season. The video was shared there too, but just showing you those blasting conditions. And this is actually a few hours old from when I was making this update. And that was prior to that inner eye wall coming on shore. So it just gives you an idea of how intense these winds are. Currently 80 gusting up to 150 knots. That's over 200 kilometers per hour, by the way, with those wind gusts. Enough to cause some significant damage here. Not to mention the pressure down to 955 hectopascals. But this update actually is a few hours old from the Japan Meteorological Agency. I do think it is a little bit stronger than what's being seen there, because over the course of the last hour or two, it's what we call the Philippine Sea effect. Especially once you get closer to shore here, these water temperatures have not been churned up by any typhoons over the course of the last few months. They're very warm. Sea surface temperatures over 30 degrees. So you can just see this in imagery, that eye continuing to wrap in. And this is actually the Dvorak scale. It's what we use satellite analysis to analyze storm systems when they're out to sea and there's no recon. And just look over the course of just the last few hours, this storm just jumping up in intensity at the highest yet. Actually, based on the raw number, this is indicating winds upwards about 100 to 125 knots, which is much higher than what the Japan Meteorological Agency is showing at this time. So, I mean, a very dangerous storm system there for Bicol. Signal Force 3 is in place, but based on the current Dvorak, I think we should be up closer to Signal Force 4, especially for Catanduanes, extending back towards Siargao Bay. I'm still worried about the storm surge there, and especially there in Albay Province, storm surge coming on shore, as well as Caminares along the eastern seaboard specifically, because of those winds continuing to push on shore, which, by the way, the winds over 200 kilometers per hour, high resolution model here, kind of showing you what you're going to be expecting, and that extends well inland, by the way. Maybe not over towards Manila, but some of these eastern coastlines still could be seeing these gusts upwards, or sustained, I should say, upwards of 120 to 140 kilometers per hour. So a very dangerous storm system, even after it moves past there. Typhoon strength winds probably going to be impacting areas like Tagaytay, but Manila still tropical storm strength. Sustained winds with gusts upwards of typhoon strength, especially since this storm system has intensified as much as it has here just over the past few hours. Like I said, it's what we were expecting. Rainfall still a big issue here. In fact, I still anticipate 400 to 500 millimeters. And this, of course, is going to be causing that high chance of flooding. At this time, I have not seen any reports of injuries or casualties. Good news, let's really hope it stays that way. But over 3,000 people have been evacuated, 28 flights have been canceled, and 4,000 have been stranded, according to the NDRRMC. For now, though, I hope everyone does stay safe after this comes on shore. Big thing is that throughout the day here on Monday, if you are any of these people experiencing these typhoon strength winds, if you have had those Signal Force 2 or higher issued for you, stay indoors. Do not venture outside. I know this area gets hit by storms often, and a lot of people say, oh, we're used to it, but still, I mean, I got used to snowstorms, and I want to go venture around in a blizzard. Same thing with typhoons. I've chased a few of them. I know how dangerous these are, and it's going to be very dangerous. I mean, even at this point, as we go ahead into Monday, you got these northerly winds coming across the bay here. This is going to be places like Perez, out towards I hope I'm saying this right, Mabuan, you're going to be looking at a fairly high threat of storm surge there, with those winds really just getting funneled up that bay and pushed on shore. It's just there towards the south. Dangerous storm, guys. Hey, it really intensified. We expected that to happen, but still. All right, stay safe out there. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please post them down there in the comment box below. I always appreciate that feedback. But not only that, if you do have any reports being impacted by the storm system, let me know as well. Do also want to quickly mention, though, this is eventually going to move off towards the west as we go ahead into Wednesday, but the northeast monsoon is really going to just start to tear it apart by that point, and I do not expect this to impact Vietnam outside of that northeast monsoon. So Tuesday still impacting Manila. Wednesday we'll start to see it move away. All right, bye.